Cool. So I'm like so out of breath. I don't know if it's like the smoke and the smudging, but I am. Anyway, so I wanted to do Taurus. We'll just quickly shuffle, reset the energy. Hearing skepticism. Nice. I'm just going to take all of those actually. Okay, start with that. So Taurus in September. In the past, so leading up to whatever this month is going to bring you, I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and then with the Ten of Cups in reverse. So I see this as something that was framed to you as like, or that was like meant to come off as very stable, very reasonable, very, I'm hearing equipped, but it's like not like, it's like an illusion. It's a front. Yeah, wow. So I'm seeing this like, this is the Ten of Cups in reverse. And I see like the mom doing like the seatbelt thing to the baby. And like this baby feels like so secure. Like this baby has like the sense that it's secure, but it's not an actual seatbelt. It's just like, so that's really interesting. Because of the baby thing, I feel that this could be a family situation, but like I also feel that you know what this is already. So if it's not, don't force it. In the present, I see you sort of like getting your money right. And trying to kind of establish self-sufficiency based on true stabilities, what I'm getting. Okay. So the only thing I think really blocking you from achieving that is kind of just like getting stuck in this like disappointed state where you're like fixated on what that conflict was, or I'm hearing the conflicts that this front caused for you. I'm hearing that your awareness of that situation is plenty. Like, it's definitely like it's coming through as like a generational thing. Like, it's like you recognize something toxic and now, you know, hold space for that emotion. Like, feel that, but don't let it stand in the way of like what you are capable of in knowing that that was toxic. So just like, again, feeling that disappointment and like taking accountability where the generation before you did not. And I did talk about that a little bit in like the Shadow Why video. If this resonates as like a family thing. Otherwise, like kind of apply it toward like your situation. Goodness gracious, I think it's the smoke. I can't. Okay. If you smoke, you should stop. That actually did come through, but take this as a sign as well. So in the highest, your higher self. Yes. This is a very cyclical thing. You are there's an acknowledgement that you're putting an end to something happening again. Be it like an embodiment of like a belief that like doesn't align with you, or okay, so with the dog and the fool, I'm kind of seeing like this front created this like this idea that you like a dependence sort of thing. And so now instead of also embodying that and creating a situation with the people that you love where they feel too dependent on you, you are closing off that cycle and working on, again with the Nine of Pentacles, like establishing this like fully self-sufficient state of being. Which, I mean, this is coming through too, but like that's such a beautiful energy, because not only does that put you in a position to put certain cycles like this to an end, but it also like you get full control over, I'm hearing my house, my rules, like you get full control over the life you want to live when you are self-reliant. So you're not at the mercy of anyone else. You don't have to do things that they want you to get the support that you need, because you don't need the support. Like, and it also puts you in a position of attracting people who, or like holding space for people to come into your life who are already aligned with you. So like you will have this support, but it won't feel as conditional, because like your values will align. Like it's, you won't have to like compromise a part of like your belief system or your value system, like to, so that you can like be supported by them. And the fact alone that it's not coming from a place of need is already makes it that much healthier. Interesting. So in the subconscious space, I'm seeing the Nine of Wands with the Emperor in reverse. This is like kind of giving me burnout energy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So like, again, acknowledging that this front is not what you want to carry on in your life is plenty. Like, you are on your way to the self-sufficient space and you're not gonna like mess it up by taking a break when you need one. Like, this guy needs to sit. I mean, wow. And yeah, I'm kind of seeing that like you kind of use this like a disappointment, like dissatisfaction as like fuel for creating a space where you can be more self-sufficient, but it's coming through as a block because maybe you're still so disappointed that like you don't want to stop, like you don't want to, which is why it's important to like hold space for those negative feelings about the situation, like honor them in whatever way feels right to you. But I think that this is why like creative outlets are really helpful. Ooh, yeah, especially with the future state. How it's like wands and the star. We'll get into that, but yeah, maybe like just creating something to honor that pain, and then like you can do whatever you want with it. You never have to look at that painting, or you can like, you know, sell it. Like, I mean, that kind of looks like what you're doing, but like trying to make money. But either way, take a break. You don't need to be like grinding like this. This like energy will sustain better if you do A, take that break, B, don't be afraid to take that break because you'd have to process some emotion. Like, I see that providing like really great relief for you. And in the future, so be it end of September, maybe a later month, I just see like Six of Wands and the Star. Like, you'll be able to like look back at this situation, having taken a break included, and just like see the growth and like really appreciate it and like be really like, I'm hearing confident about where you go from here. But I think truly, like, if you can get yourself to a point where you recognize the growth, like, beautiful. Interesting. So I'm looking at the shadow that would come up. And sort of moving through this month. And I'm seeing the Two of Cups and the Moon, and it's kind of coming to me as like, it's coming through to me as you reassessing what you're looking for in connections. Doesn't have to be romantic, but especially because in the past, like the situation that was sort of influencing all of this exciting change right now, came from the King and Queen of Pentacles together. So if this is a parent thing, those are the first, your parents are like a model for like your connections, right? So like it could very well be that you're questioning what do you want in like romantic relationships, but it could also just be like work-wise or in friendships or, you know. So maybe there, you know, the shadow is having to recognize, okay, how you've been perpetuating this front and this, and therefore this cycle of you know, setting up these people around you to rely on you, depend on you. Ooh. Okay, so the advice is coming through is like, be glad that you, this thing of the past is kind of coming through as very pointy. Like I'm feeling that my heart chakra, it is being portrayed through the Ten of Swords. So if you're familiar with tarot, like it's somewhat ruthless energy. But it doesn't have to be, right? So like if, especially if you look at like an ancestral, generational kind of karma situation, it is a betrayal in that you weren't set up for a better cycle, but you know, take it as it resonates, of course. The advice is to, yeah, with the Knight of Wands, be excited that you have the means to see stuff like that. See when something is off and, you know, use that pain that comes from that. Okay, I'm hearing that like a lot of people don't even, first of all, want to see, but also a lot of people don't have the means to recognize that because that's how this stuff works. It's like a conditioning. But again, check out that other video if like you're interested in that. The advice is to use that pain to, you know, move forward confidently and like to put not only into your work and like shifting your, you know, creating this new sense of like actual stability, but to also like have fun and like create and like inspire others is what I'm hearing. You know, it is fuel, but again, take breaks when you need them because, again, dude needs to sit. Cool, so I think that that's it. Okay, no, I want to add this. I just got a flash of the double, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ace of Pentacles in reversed. There's something about this fuel that makes you feel like if you take a break, you will lose this opportunity for this energy, for this, like, you know, this healed state that you're striving for. And that came through to me as like another shadow, sort of like a false belief. So, you know, challenge that by way of this break. Challenge that, you know, in faith that like you do have the means to recognize when something is actually toxic or off. And that it does come from a place of self-preservation and wanting better for yourself and your environment. So maybe approach the break with that same energy. But I think that's it. And I'm parched. So happy September. And I'm so excited for you. Seriously, like, you've got this in the bag. And yeah, I hope this was helpful for the Tauruses out there.